Hello everybody and welcome back. Manchester United are well and truly back after a little bit of a break. Not sure what happened in that break. I think everyone's just had a little bit of time off, haven't they? Just had a little bit of time off. It's a shame we've had no football to watch in God knows how long. How have you all been? I haven't seen or heard from you all since we played Brighton that day. At Old Trafford. What a bloody break it's been, eh? What a break it's been. I've missed you all terribly. I have missed you all terribly. Yeah, club football's back. Club football is back. Look. Obviously, elephant in the room is England have sadly been knocked out of the World Cup by Argentina. I think deservedly knocked out of the World Cup by Argentina. I think we started really well that game on Wednesday. Not dominated, but I think we were in control of the first half, in control of until we scored the goal in the second half, and then sadly we didn't have the bottle to go on and win that game. Very winnable game, I thought, for us, or a very maybe not very winnable, because I think Argentina would have came at us strongly anyway. And did we have the talent to be able to hold back the champions of the world in general? Maybe not, but we could have at least give it a go. So that's what I'm always going to look back at now, obviously, in this World Cup, is what would have happened if we just gave it a go and we really gave it our all and we didn't just sit back and invite pressure on. But it's gone now. Today we are here to focus on what this channel is all about. Focus on United. I'm so happy to see them back. We've got a very exciting team to watch here today, a very exciting team news to watch as well. I am very excited to have them back, and happy to have you guys back in as well watching United. Alistair says England had 12% possession after Gordon's goal from Martinez's winner. So poor from Tuchel. Completely bottled that. Set up completely wrong. But yeah, this is a friendly Tom. Yeah, welcome in, guys. I hope you're all doing very well. AK says come on Wrexham. But yeah, I hope you guys are doing very well. Like I said, I'm very apparently it's unfocused. Is that better? I don't know how to fix that. Is that better? Welcome in, Lewis. So AK says, welcome, come on, Wrexham. Jana says, I'm well, I hope your team wins. England and their fans have gained a lot of respect here in the States. Thank you, Jana. That's a good takeaway from that, so thank you for that. Krishna says, Holly, nice to have you back. Sorry about England. No worries, Krishna. Look, it is very disappointing about England, but we've been here before. We've been here before so many times. So if there is one thing we can take away from this, it is that we've been here before, we know how to get over it, and it just felt like a big punch in the face, didn't it? It felt like a big punch in the face, but what it has shown me is I am very happy to have Manchester United back, so that's all that matters. And guys, we do have a watch along tonight for the England-France third place tie. So if you are around tonight, I'll be live from 10 to 10. So if you're around, just come and join us. It's a nothing game, isn't it? I don't care about third. Don't think France would particularly care about third, but it is what it is, isn't it? I wouldn't mind watching it with you guys. So if you guys are free tonight, then feel free to come get involved in that. Let's go through some lineups then for Manchester United. I'm excited about the team that we're going to see tonight. We're going to see Santos for the first time in a Manchester United shirt. We're going to see, I think Heaton's in goal, isn't he? So the lineup is, for Manchester United, Heaton in goal, Maguire, Mount, Xerxes, Dorgu, Yoro, Santos, Mbeumo, Shaw, Heaven and Jack Fletcher. So Santos, Mount and Jack Fletcher in the middle. Maguire, Dorgu, Yoro and Shaw. Must be Dorgu as in a wing position. We'll have Maguire, Dorgu. Just done that, haven't I? Maguire, Yoro in centre back, Heaven and Shaw. What? Who's going to be? Who's going to be where? don't know about you lot, but I'm very excited to be back with United. It's just a different feeling, isn't there? United playing is just a different feeling. Who's going to be where then? Maguire? Yoro? Heaven's right back. Right. That'd be interesting. Happy days. Happy days. No Darlow in goal today. Probably see Darlow in the second half, I would imagine. Alistair says, who's the better loser? Exactly. It's just pointless, isn't it, Alistair? It's pointless. And I'm sure the last time we were involved in this, we lost. Fishface says, just popping in to say hello. I'll be back tonight for the England friendly. No worries, Fishface. I hope you have a lovely day, Fishface, and I'll see you tonight. Thank you for popping in and letting us know. Maguire and Yoro, the two centre backs. I'm interested to see. I'm interested to see how we get on. Alistair says, I'm excited to see Dorgu back. Me too. Me too. And I don't know how true this is. I imagine it is quite true. That Mason Mount has been. We've seen over the last couple of days that Mason Mount is going nowhere. Mason Mount will be a Manchester United fan and is part of Manchester United's plans. I don't know how true that is, but I have seen it from a few different places. So I don't know what you guys think about that. I don't mind that because I do like Mount, but Mount's injuries are a big problem. A big problem. I think we've got an exciting future ahead, I think. We've got an exciting future ahead. Luis Martinez says, haha, England is awful. Not sure where he's from. I reckon I could put my money on it, but congratulations, Lewis. Enjoy the final. I'm glad to see that you're so focused on the final, you're still worried about England, but yeah, I hope you enjoy it anyway. Nonetheless, I hope you enjoy it. I certainly wouldn't be worried about who I just played and beat if I'm going to be in the final of the World Cup, but each to their own, I guess. Each to their own. Hope Cobby is playing. Cobby is having a well-deserved... Cobby's still in bloody America, having to play this stupid fixture tonight. He could be here. Cobby Mainly could be here, focusing on United and focusing on coming back to United. Why are you watching England if you don't care about third place? It's just interesting and I want to spend the evening with the chat, Jay, so... No worries, Tom. See you tonight, hopefully. Josh says, Sean Carrick wants to keep Mount. So if we don't get a third midfielder, he wants Mount to play that deeper role, is what I've heard. And it's not the end of the world, is it? I do like Mount. I think when he is good and he's in good form, he contributes a lot to Manchester United, but it's just keeping him in that good form and that consistent fit out of injuries, isn't it? So if we can do that, then I think Mount could actually offer us a lot and could fill that gap that we've needed to fill for so long. But in the exact moments that we've needed Mount, he's not always been there, so it's a bit of a shame. It's a bit of a shame. You rather England playing tonight or be going home? Maybe Tuchel will play Mainu tonight. Maybe Krishna, just to give him that last gut punch he can before he sends him home. Maybe you're right. That jacket is lovely. That United jacket is lovely. Tom Heaton with his yearly appearance for Man United in the pre-season friendlies. Come on, Wrexham, says John. Let's do a quick prediction then, shall we? We've got to start adding draw back into these now. We haven't had that in a while, have we? We haven't had the old draw situation in a while, having watched the World Cup knockout football. Alistair says, thing about Mount is when he starts playing well, finally is the moment he gets injured. I know, just when we think we're starting to see another side of Mount, is when Mount's physicality just can't be held to match, can it? Welcome in, Philip. Philip says, big up, Holly. Well, come on, Wrexham. Welcome in, Philip. Yeah, we still have a lot to unfold as well. We have the Rashford situation to see what happens with that. I can't see Rashford staying with us. I really can't. The more time goes on, the less I can see it happening. I think Rashford will come back. He'll train for a couple of weeks probably, and I think he'll move on somewhere for a shit price. I just think that's the way it's going to end. I mean, the relationship with Rashford and the club is just broken now, so... Good to see Harry Maguire back. Good to see Yoro. Good to see Mbeumo as well. I hope Mbeumo kind of resets himself this season, comes back and he has a new hunger. Josh says, United win, maybe 2-0 because we haven't played since May, and especially with Santos. Everyone got to learn how he plays, etc. Happy days. I'm excited anyway. I am excited. I thought the game was on at 3. No, 4J. Any backup wingers? I saw we're interested in Somerville. I wouldn't mind Somerville, to be fair. Whoever we do get back, I don't think they're going to start ahead of Cunha and Mbeumo. So whoever we do get in, I think needs to bring something slightly different to what we've already got. And I think Somerville does bring that. I think Somerville's direct. He plays direct football. I've always enjoyed watching him when he plays for West Ham. I never understood why West Ham didn't play him all the time. But each to their own, I guess. Gifted says, Holly, good evening. United are winning this game 3-1 in favour of United. Well in. Gifted Affy. Good to see you in the chat. Hope you're doing well. Lewis is in the chat as well. Welcome in, Lewis. Ryan says, do you cover United women as well? I did cover United women last season. Not every game, Ryan, but this season I do hope to cover some more of United women. I'm just a little bit disappointed with them. We've let a lot of players go again this season, and we don't seem to be replacing them as promisingly as I would like. I don't really like Mark Skinner as well, so it is difficult to watch. Yeah, exactly that, Alistair. Alistair says, hopefully Ahmad's confidence grows after the World Cup showing. He's had a disappointing season, sadly. But he's had a great World Cup with Ivory Coast, so we could see a different side to Ahmad this season, which I am hoping. We know Ahmad's got it in his locker. We just need to get it out of him and get him playing the way we know he can. So, Vic Rose says, are you going to watch France-England later? Yes, I will be, Vic Rose, I will be. Owen says, I hope Tuchel leaves. I think you got a dream on there, Owen. Tuchel will get at least one more tournament, I think. God knows what team he's going to pick then. So, seconds away from kickoff here. Holly, do you believe Bruno G will join the Bottlers? Probably, AK. Probably. I think that's a good addition for them as well. They need to get rid of Odegaard. Odegaard is so washed. So it looks like Xerxes will kick us off. Good to see Santos in the middle as well. Be interesting to see how he gets on today. This is probably the strongest team Tuchel could have picked, so... Tuchel? Carrick? Why am I saying Tuchel? He's in my head rent-free. Sorry, Wrexham are kicking off. Seconds away. And we're off. Kicked off here. Wrexham start with the ball. Being pressed by Mount. Surely we can't even let Wrexham score here. Yoro's in right back. You know when the other jersey's coming out? No idea. No idea. Soon, I hope. That'll be a foul, ref, no? Referee's not give a foul. Heaton was completely pushed over. Wrexham got to go for it though. Bit messy at the back there from United. Wrexham probably should have took advantage of that. Offside. United free kick. Gabriel says, hello Holly, don't be sad, one day we're going to get along better, and this game didn't help that. Greetings from Argentina. Congratulations, Gabriel. I hope you enjoy the final. No hard feelings here. You were the better team and deserved to win. It might sound a little bit harsh, right? But from what I've seen so far with the Fletcher brothers, I'm not overly convinced. That might seem harsh because I know we haven't seen a lot of them, so it's good that we might get to see quite a bit of them pre-season. So I'm hoping that changes my mind a little bit. But from what we've seen of them coming on and cameo in the Premier League, I'm not overly convinced yet. Which I'm not saying they're bad, I'm just saying from what I've seen, I'm not overly convinced by them. Yeah, I definitely want to see more of Lacey. And we might see the introduction of JJ Gabriel this season as well. Mount gives it away. Seen that twice now from Mount so far. Heaven now plays into Maguire. Bit of space for Maguire. Finds Mount. Sorry, Fletcher. Xerxes drops deep. Finds Fletcher. Good composure there from Fletcher. Into Luke Shaw. Yeah, that wouldn't do them any harm, Josh. That wouldn't do them any harm. I think Tyler is more likely to get called up sooner, isn't he? Isn't Tyler the better brother? He got called up to Scotland, didn't he? We've seen more of Tyler so far, haven't we? They give me McTominay vibes, the two brothers. But like McTominay for United, not for Napoli. Luke Shaw gives it away. Very sloppy so far, United. Very sloppy. To be expected, I guess. Pre-season. MUTV. Jay. Ball over the top for Wrexham here. Maguire has to get across to it. Well, he does as well. Does very well, Maguire. Needed to get across there. He went all in as well. Holly, who would you love at United right now if you wanted? I love Vitinha. Get it on then, Jay. Get it on. Jana says, I might be checking in and out. I'm about to go run some errands and then work on my car. Love chatting with you guys. It's always relaxing. No worries, Jana. We'll see you when you're in and out. VX! VX with the £5 super chat. Thank you, VX. VX says, I know we're all down in the dumps, but never lose hope. Past dusk, through the cold and dark of night, there's always a new dawn ahead. With 3 lions, a love heart and an England flag. What lovely words there, VX. Superb. Great touch by Xerxes. Sucks the ball in there, Xerxes, but then has the pass of a bloody sausage. VX, thank you so much for the super chat there, VX. You are a bloody legend and never a truer word spoken. That's what I said, VX. The sad thing is, it might be sad, but it's also good where we've been here before many times, so we are used to just carrying on now. England seem to just... We just can't get over the line, can we? But we are used to it, being able to accept that now a little bit. So, as sad as it is, we're conditioned to it. Heaven defends well there. Wins a goal kick for Heaton. Yeah, I know, Alistair, it's not fair, but Tuchel's just I think Tuchel's kind of proven he's just a little bit of a knob. Fletcher under pressure here now by Wrexham. Yoro goes down the line, touch into him, Buemo. Fletcher can't get there quick enough, loses out to it in midfield. Wrexham. Maguire reads it well, stops the attack. Mount's back there to clean it up. Fletcher, back to Mount. Yoro. Into Mount again. Good ball from Mount into Santos. Santos finds Luke Shaw. Back to Heaven. Come on, they're only Wrexham. We can beat them. We can get out. Good ball, Maguire. Xerxes. Santos under pressure. Gives it away. Terrible. Terrible. Wrexham. He's off. Oh, he's saved by Heaton anyway. He's offside. 76 viewers. Well in, everyone. Hope you guys enjoy the stream. Well in, Alistair, waking up early as well. What about Chouameni? I wouldn't pick him over Vitinha. If I had any choice of anyone in the world, definitely be Vitinha. Have you not heard all this about Vinny Jr.? Mount, switch the play towards Shaw. Shaw can't keep it in. Why would you move your body out of the way there? Shaw moved his body out of the way to control it with his foot, but then couldn't control it. Me neither, Alistair. Me neither. I don't particularly want him either. Imagine his wage bill. I don't want a player like him where he just never passes the ball. His end product is, it's not always great. Yeah, if he has 10 dribbles in, one of them will be absolutely world class and he'll probably score, but 9 times out of 10, I don't think Vinny's decision making's all that great. And I think we're building something different to that. I want to build a team, not a bloody situation where you've just got egos again. It would worry me. It would be a worrying signing. As mental as that may sound, I know that may sound crazy, but we need to be careful of the people we're bringing in. And I think Vinny, physicality would get dominated in the Premier League as well. He'd have moments of brilliance, of course he would, but moments of brilliance aren't going to win you every game. I like to think we've left that kind of, where we were just relying on moments of brilliance. We did it under Ollie a lot. Ollie was just hoping that these players that we had, the likes of Cavani, the likes of Ronaldo, Bruno at times, Rashford, Greenwood, Garnacho. Not so much Garnacho, I know he came more so under Ten Hag, didn't he? But where you're just relying on moments of brilliance and you just think, oh God, I'm losing 1-0, but I'm hoping bloody Ronaldo's just going to smash it top corner. Lingard. Yeah, I'd much rather, as a team, you think, like Argentina, don't get me wrong. I think Messi's a huge part of Argentina, but God, they were just incredible, weren't they? They battered us. In terms of football, they battered us. Me too, Alistair. Me too. Heaven now for United, plays into Maguire. Maguire out wide to Mbeumo. Mbeumo loses it, goes out for a United throw. Carrick is eagle-eyed on the bench. Eagle-eyed. Good ball from Yoro into Mbeumo. Nice run from Yoro as well. I like to see that from Yoro. Pressed by Fletcher. Wrexham do very well to break through the press of United there. Very well. If only England could do that. Goes to show it can be done. If Wrexham can break through the bloody press of United when the ball's in their box, then England should be able to even touch it. I'm not bitter. I'm not bitter. Alistair says, hot take, but I think Maresca will be sacked within 2 seasons at City. I've heard a lot of mixed opinions about Maresca this season. I think some people think he's going to walk in and win the title like he's Arne Slot. You've got a lot to live up to if you think you're Arne Slot. Joking, obviously. Yeah, I've seen some people think he's going to walk into a title-winning team. I think some people think that they're going to plummet. I think people think that City are going to get relegated because of the charges, which I don't think will happen. I would be very surprised if we ever see a consequence to those 116 charges. I would be very surprised because they are still working as if they've done nothing wrong. Maguire now for United. Into Mount. Mount finds Yoro. Good positioning from Xerxes, but the gap is closed. Back to Mount. What is that pass from Mount? Santos has to come retrieve it. I'm sure it was meant for Maguire, but Maguire said, that weren't meant for me. Back to Maguire eventually from Santos. Yoro now on the right. Back to Maguire. Loads of space for Luke Shaw on the left, but nobody to find him. Santos. Fletcher. Heaven. Finds Luke Shaw eventually. The gap's closed now. Space is shut down. Heaven goes all the way back to Tom Heaton. Sure. Switcher play towards Mbuemo. It's a good ball as well. Fletcher can't get it under control. The outside of the box. We haven't laid a glove on him. We haven't laid a glove in 15 minutes. We haven't laid a glove. Forward ball by Wrexham, cut out by Maguire. Yoro with a loose touch, wins a foul though. I can't see it either, Alistair. I think that 2-run relegation battle from Tottenham was great while it lasted, but I don't think they're going to, don't get me wrong, I don't think they're going to do a huge amount this season, but I don't think they'll be in a relegation battle. Balls says, what happened to England? I don't know what you're referring to, Balls. England are fine. I'm just watching United. I haven't been live since the season ended. Not sure what you're talking about. Did England play? Have I missed something? Have England played? Yoro now for United. Back to Maguire. Come on! Heaven loses it. Through on goal now. Great challenge from Heaven to win that back. Brilliant challenge. He's so good at that. You've got Wan-Bissaka vibes on his 1v1s. Heaven, great little ball into Fletcher. Great ball into Fletcher, who's been challenged and tackled, and the ball is gone back to Wrexham. Nice. What a misery. Do you know what, Alistair? I didn't even watch it at the pub. I just watched it at home. Me and Holly just watched it downstairs. And thank God we didn't go to the pub. Because can you imagine? Got to be offside, yeah. Wrexham offside, Man United free kick. Hopefully Jack's brother is better. Yeah, I think Tyler is meant to be the good one, isn't he? Fletcher loses it again. I don't think he's made a pass yet, has he, Fletcher? Cut out by Yoro. Well done, Yoro. Then puts out for a throw-in. God, we look arse. I'm not impressed so far by any of these players. £90, I think, Declan. Welcome in, Joe. Yeah, I'm not sure if Tottenham will make top 10, Alex. I just don't think. If they do make top 10, I think maybe they just scrape that. I just don't think they're gonna. I don't think they're gonna be in another relegation battle. Wrexham have played well. We haven't laid a glove. Possession with Wrexham here, all the way back to the keeper. I haven't got a clue who any of these players are, sadly. Maguire. Heaven wins the battle at the back. Into Euro. Maguire. Finds Santos. Santos into Maguire. Buemo. Out wide to Luke Shaw. Shaw goes all the way back to Heaven. Into Maguire now. Hey, look, on the bright side of life, no hydration break. No hydration break. Brilliant news. Absolutely brilliant news. And Buemo finds Santos. Great ball into Dorgu. Dorgu shoot! Blocked. Santos. Ref! No, he's won the ball! I thought he won the ball there, Santos. Oh, no, he didn't. He didn't. My bad, he didn't. England versus Argentina rugby game is going to be spicy, says Bulls. You know, you can get some bits of popcorn that are just completely dry and rubbish. Santos almost wins it back for United again. Euro cuts it out. Brilliant Euro. Maguire finds Santos. Into Mount. Bit of space here for Mount to run into. Finds Buemo on the right wing. Has to slow Buemo's run down though. Ref. Santos wins a foul in the middle. Back to the real football, says Declan. 100% Declan. No, we don't really do that in the UK, Alistair. Xerxes with a shot, but that's well wide. Commentator almost bloody poos his pants, but it's well wide. Anyone standing out for you yet? No. Maguire's played well. And Yoro. We're having lasagna, Alistair. Homemade as well. No takeaways. We're going on holiday next week. Next Monday we're on holiday, so I'm going to try and be good this week. Maybe go for a few runs. Josh says 84 viewers. If new, please like and subscribe. 84 viewers is crazy for a pre-season game. Thank you all for joining us. I hope you guys enjoy the stream. Bloody pleasure to have you here. Bloody pleasure. Bloody pleasure, guys. Pleasure. Chocolate buttons in your popcorn. Oi, Declan. You behave, you. And Buemo, can he get a cross in? Santos is a great ball into the box. Xerxes. Xerxes, man. You took all the goodness out of that. Mason Mount can't get the ball good. Can't get the ball good. Nice bit of English there. Guys, question. These two pictures here obviously need to be changed. Who do we think should fill these two pictures? Who do we think should be in these two pictures? I'm happy with Keane. And I'm happy with Bruno there. Might upgrade the Bruno one. Who do we reckon for the other two pictures? What do you guys think? Dorgu now picks up in a good position for United. Finds Luke Shaw. Cunha, good idea. Three gone of Keane. Huh? Beckham says Alistair, that's not a bad shout. Mainu and Tielemans says Josh. Beckham, Cantona, Rooney. I love Rooney. Holly, what did you mean? Three gone of Keane. Cunha and Mbuemo, says Declan. The Keane one is so cool though, I like the Keane one. We could take Keane out and put Beckham in for a little while. Replace 3. Don't like Keane anymore. No, Keane's alright. He's alright. It pissed me off when he was talking shit about Bruno, but he's apologised for that. He spoke to Bruno, and we all know that Bruno was in the right there. Neville. Never. Never, never, Neville. Never, Neville. Never, never. More chance of bloody Haaland getting up on my wall there. Neville. It's bad enough having to listen to him, let alone bloody see him. So maybe we swap Keane out with... Because we've got a blue kit back this season, haven't we? So maybe we swap Keane out with Beckham in the blue kit. Maybe we get Cunha in there. And maybe Mainu. Cunha, Mainu, Beckham, Bruno. Welcome in, Zeppelin. Hope you're well. Schmeichel or Van der Sar. Phil and Gary Neville, says Declan. Chill. Heaven now for United. Good football from Xerxes. Muscled off the ball though. Now he looks like he's injured. Gary's not happy. Gary says, I want Spain to win the World Cup for England. Argentina are not the win in the World Cup. Argentina fans set like 5 England flats on fire. That is so bad. That is bad if that's true, Gary. Phil Jones, right. These suggestions are getting worse and worse. I'm going to go for Beckham here, Cunha, Mainu, and a different one of Bruno. Delap. Ah, right. Piss off, you lot. You're not being helpful, are you? You're not being helpful. If we draw, don't these go to penalties? Josh says, great choices, Holly. Welcome in, Niall. Hope you're well. Oh, it's so good to have United back. It is so good. Carrick must be in dreamland. Do you guys think he would have seen himself here in this position? Maybe, because he would back himself, wouldn't he? He would back himself. Need Bruno in a blue kit, that would be cool. Yeah, that would be really cool, actually. Hopefully they announce that kit soon then, and Bruno's back for... Shot from Wrexham, but that's well wide. We could get that back pre-season, maybe. Will Bruno make any of the pre-season games? Doubt it. Thoughts on the kits this season? I've seen so many different ones, Alistair. I don't actually know what the legit kits are. I know the blue one. The blue one's pretty nice. The white one's lovely. If that is the white one's lovely. But look, United Stand said that this is the white one. United Stand said this is the white one. But then Manchester United Forever said that this is the white one. So what am I to believe? Which one is it? Which one is the which one is it? Neither, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure. Alistair says, have to say, it was a fun World Cup and it's great to see you back watching United. Even in a pre-season friendly, the passion is obviously there. Also see that we reached over 100 viewers. What, right now? Think it's the white and red. The white and red one is gorgeous. I personally would prefer the white and red. I think that is gorgeous. Because we're already getting the blue. I really like the white and red one. Have we hit over 100 viewers today? Bloody hell, it says 104 concurrent viewers. That is incredible. Thank you all so much for joining, and I really hope you enjoy it. 104 viewers is crazy. Absolutely crazy. Thank you all. Welcome in everyone that is watching. Please give us a subscribe if you fancy it. Get involved in the chat. That is incredible. Thank you all. Yes, Declan. Hopefully I will be able to. It's just a bit of a lose situation because obviously I can't stream the games then, and I really value doing that with you guys. Yes, it is on MUTV, Sub-Zero. I'm impressed with Wrexham so far, and am I unimpressed with United? We haven't laid a glove. We've had one shot, and that was well wide. I don't think we're moving the ball quick enough. I'll say it. Gone down to 88. Maybe I'll just shut my mouth then. Raj. Sure, can he get a cross in? Goes out for a corner. I'll just shut my mouth then. And you can all come back in. I jinxed it. Bloody hope so, Alistair. That'd be great, wouldn't it? We're going to have a good season anyway. We're going to have a good season, guys. I'm very much excited for it. First full season on the channel. Mount with the corner. It's a good one. Hits the bar. Yoro hits the bar. It will go out for another corner, so Yoro must not have had the last touch on it. Who's scoring first, says Declan. I'd like to think we bloody are. That would have been an own goal, by the way, if that went in. That completely came off the Wrexham player. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. I really can't wait for next season. Hopefully we get some silverware next season. How good would that be? What are we thinking of Santos so far? He's lost the ball a couple of times. He's been alright. He's been alright. He's been alright. I can't say any more than that. He's been alright. He's lost the ball a couple of times, but everyone's lost the ball a couple of times, so he's been no better or no worse than anyone else. I'll say that. He's been alright. Do you know what I am excited for, though? Is the bloody lasagna tonight. I'm bloody excited for that. I've been fancying that the last few days. Crossed by Wrexham, that goes out for a goal kick. Nobody is able to get on the end of that. Yeah, exactly, Alistair. Alistair says, to be fair, it's a bit unfair. Santos in the midfield with Fletcher and Mount. I think he's done alright, though. I think he's done alright. Gary says, next one for England, UEFA Euro 2028 in 2 years. Time from now, and now coming UEFA Nations League fixtures against Spain, Czech Republic, Croatia this September coming. Holly's going to make the lasagna, Alistair. She makes a lovely lasagna. Oh, it's the best, Josh, and it's the best. Shots fired, add lasagna as well. I love it. Do you know what, though? Before Holly, I never used to like lasagna, and now when Holly makes it, I love it. I had no interest in lasagna, and I was missing out. But was I missing out? Because it wouldn't have been Holly making it, so... Victoria says it's been an awful transfer window. It's not. What I would say about the transfer window so far is I like the players that we've brought in. I think that Santos and Tielemans are good players. I'm very, very happy to see Tielemans come to our squad. Oh, we're 1-0 down. Wrexham have scored. PTSD, it's like watching bloody England again, this. Not good, not good. United, I'm telling you now, haven't laid a glove on Wrexham. And Wrexham have definitely looked, I would say, more likely to score than we have. Not good from United, not good. Josh's mum makes a banging lasagna, I bet, Josh. Declan says garlic bread, you gotta get it. You gotta get it. You gotta get the garlic bread, haven't you? Great football from Wrexham. Brilliant football. Through the legs of Harry Maguire. Player at the back post, completely unmarked. Played through us like a bloody jigsaw. Pieced apart like a jigsaw against Wrexham. Brilliant football. Brilliant. I hope they haven't started filming the Amazon Prime documentary yet. I hope All or Nothing's not been started filming yet. Remember, we got that this season, guys. All or Nothing. Mbuemo, great touch from Mbuemo. Come on, Mbuemo. Come on. Ah, just runs into traffic. Victoria says, I don't know why the Glazers and Sir Jim Ratcliffe won't buy good players over £80 million and make us better to be able to win trophies. I don't think that just because a player is valued at over £80 million makes them a good player. I think you can buy good players that are of a normal value, but we've got to be careful as well, because obviously the value of players has just gone through the roof, and we need to make sure that we're doing sensible business. Sensible business, it's not always how much you spend, it's what you spend it on. So I've always said, if you can get 2 great players for the price of 1 great player, then I think that speaks for itself. I think that's the obvious choice. And I think that we need more squad depth instead of one brilliant player isn't going to solve our issues. We can't rely on an Elliot Anderson to play every single game for us next season, but he's all we can afford to buy because he's 120 million. I don't think that makes sensible business for us. We need to get more players for more affordable money. Yeah, I think Tielemans is good business, Raj. I completely agree with that. I think Tielemans and Santos is good business. That's my point of view is definitely controversial though, because I've seen a lot of big names that are United fans saying that what the club are doing is wrong. And don't get me wrong, a lot of what the club are doing and have been doing for many, many years isn't wrong, isn't good, and they haven't always put the club first. But I like the approach of we're not going to be priced out of moves. We will be sensible, and we're not going to bloody just buy one player and then just rely on their brilliance for the rest of the season. Yeah, I think we definitely need a striker, Alistair, definitely. We need a striker with a different approach as well. We're going to have games where I think Sesko is a great striker though. I think he can do everything that we need him to. I think he's good in a low block because of his aerial presence. I think he's good on a run because he's absolutely rapid, he's strong, he'll find the ball, he'll hunt the ball down, and he's starting to get really good at finding the net. So I think Sesko is a great all-round striker, and I'm very happy we have him. But can we rely on Sesko in FA Cup, League Cups, Champions League and Premier Leagues? No. And he's very, very young, so I think we could potentially bring in someone with a little bit of experience. We don't have to get a bloody fossil though. We don't need to get somebody that's well past it. We can just get somebody that's got a little bit of experience there. They've played there before and they can help compete for the spot. Do you know what I mean? Our issue is we go and get a fossil for 2 seasons, the first season being good, and then the second season they drop off, and then we're in the same boat. Bloody hell, 136 viewers, my God. Have I got something on my face? What's going on? What is going on? Have I got something on my face or something? People, I don't understand. I don't understand. I'm bloody happy, don't get me wrong, I'm very happy, but what is the reason? Throw in for United. Mboimo tries to take it quickly, trying to get something back for United before half time, but I can't see it happening. I've been a little bit disappointed with how we've progressed up the pitch tonight. We've not got Dorgu into the game. The Fletcher isn't really being that gap that we need him to be. Xerxes has got the touch of a bloody lead balloon, as always. Piss off, Alistair. Oh, even the vote. Sorry, I read that, Alistair, as there's 300 viewers. I was like, piss it off. Heaven here. Communicate, come on. Heaven and Maguire going for the same ball. And that's half time. No added minutes there. 45 on the dot. Manchester United 0. Wrexham 1. Yeah, so Wrexham 0. Wrexham 1, sorry. Manchester United 0. A little bit disappointing there from Manchester United so far. But I'm very, very impressed by Wrexham. I think Wrexham have played really well. They've done what we haven't been able to do, which is play quick football and look after the ball. Do you know what I mean? look after the ball. That's what I would like to see a little bit more of United this half. Is that everybody seems really, really stale. Do you know what I mean? Really like, God, they haven't kicked the ball in years. Sorry, Alistair. Sorry. But there is obviously another half. It is pre-season. We've got to give them the benefit of the doubt. And they're lucky that I'm in this mood to give them the benefit of the doubt, because I would be going off it if this was real scenario situation. We've been here against Grimsby. I want it changed. But yeah, pre-season, obviously, this is the first time they've played a competitive match since coming back from last season. It's to be expected, I guess, that they're not going to have the complete sharpness that they probably need to play in the Premier League. They'd be absolutely killed, I think, if they played like this in the Premier League. But we haven't got the Bruno Fernandes. We've got a lot of players that haven't played together. Santos obviously is brand new in that midfield. We've got Yoro obviously playing in right back, which isn't his ideal position. We've got Heaton in goal, who's very rarely plays with that back four ahead of him. A completely new midfield of Santos, Mount and Jack Fletcher. And then Xerxes up top, who isn't overly promising, I have to admit it. I do really like Xerxes as a person. I think Xerxes can bring some good things to us as a team sometimes, but Xerxes is not a player that I think that we can start. Xerxes is a player that we need to get link-up play, get Xerxes involved in the build-up play, and we're not doing that. We're not getting the ball forward enough. We haven't got that bridge there, to be fair, and I think that's where we're struggling, is we are not getting the ball properly in midfield. And it's not just Santos to blame for that, it's not just Fletcher to blame for that, it's not just Mount to blame for that. All three of them aren't communicating somehow or another, and we can't keep that ball in midfield. But we will obviously see some changes, and I think that will be for the better, hopefully, or it could be completely for the worse, and it bites on the arse. But Ball says Wrexham did beat United last time they have met, also 1-0. Josh said, I want to see Vitek in the second half, especially if he wants to be the future number 2. I think so. We've got Vitek and we've got Darlow. So Josh, do you think Vitek will be the number 2 and Darlow the number 3? I guess Jay's back. Welcome back, Jay. Alistair says, I've read somewhere that the Glazers have proposed a £333 million project for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers Stadium. It wouldn't surprise me. I think, look, they're American owners. Their bread and butter is going to be the Bucks, isn't it? That's their bread and butter. They shouldn't. That's what I'm not saying. That's excusable. They shouldn't have bought a club with the stature of Manchester United. I think if you're going to own Manchester United, this should be your bread and butter. You should completely, all your time should go on owning Manchester United, and that's just not the case, is it? That's just not the case. And I think that's a lot of the frustration of the fans, is that we are the forgotten. We're like the middle child, aren't we? We're the forgotten child, Manchester United, and all their priorities go on their American team, which isn't right. And I think that won't be a nice way of running it until we get an owner in that will prioritise us as a club. And Ratcliffe gets you that, I guess, but Ratcliffe has also got 100 other business ventures that he wants to focus on alongside it. I think a big part of Ratcliffe's business is obviously Ineos, and Ineos is everywhere, isn't it? Ineos is absolutely everywhere, so it's difficult for him to prioritise. So I don't think that's right either. I think we should have an owner that is completely all in to just giving us that attention that we need, because we're one of the biggest football clubs in the world. That isn't something that you can just put on the back burner and I'll deal with that later. This needs to be your full-time job and more. This needs to be your lifestyle, is owning a club like this. Raj says, Holly, do you think United are bigger than Real Madrid or Barcelona? Not bigger, Raj. Probably, I think, not bigger. Definitely not bigger. Maybe just below or around the same sort of stature as them two. Alistair says, shows how good Sir Alex was if he became such a legend with these shitty owners. I don't think there definitely was an overlap there, but I don't think the Glazers owned them for long of Sir Alex's reign, did they? They definitely didn't own them the whole time, I don't think. I could be wrong, could be completely wrong, and I probably should know that, but Danny says, I went to the shop and came back to us losing. What has gone on? I think, Danny, though, I think you probably wouldn't disagree, Danny, that Wrexham were probably better. If you're watching the game, Wrexham were probably the better team before you went to the shop. And then coming back from the shop, I don't know if you'd agree with me, it's probably likely that Wrexham would have got a goal. Maybe it's difficult to accept that they did get the goal they probably deserved, but I don't think United have been very good at all. And I think it's funny, right? Because I think a lot of these players would sit on this bench of United. Xerxes, a perfect example, I don't think would think that he deserves to sit on the bench for United as much as he possibly does. But this is probably the perfect example as to why they're on the bench so often. Kai, welcome in, Kai. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing very, very well, Kai. Good to see you in the chat. Yeah, I don't think this is probably the perfect example as to why some of these players do find themselves on the bench. Mason Mount, Xerxes, who else have we got? Yoro. I think Yoro's been good, don't get me wrong. I think Yoro's been really good. He's probably been one of our brightest sparks since starting this game. And you can see that hunger in Yoro, which we haven't really seen for a little while. Gary says, I miss Casemiro. I really do miss him so much as a legend. Player of all time, best player ever. Oof, we got a bloody... Gary is a proper Casemiro fan. Well in, Gary. I love Casemiro too, I really do. And I'm glad that the time at United ended on a high for him, because it was difficult at times. I mean, there was times like Jamie Neville... Jamie Neville. May as well call him that. We may as well call him that. Jamie Neville and Gary Carragher. That... I don't get me wrong, I do not agree with what Jamie Carragher said about Casemiro, but that's not saying there wasn't some difficult times with Casemiro, and there was a few times where you think, bloody hell, is he past it? But I'm glad he proved everyone wrong. And I thought that would happen. I did think that would happen. There was good times, there was good sides of Casemiro that I think always prevailed, so I'm just glad he had a really good season to end his United career. And we can always look back on it very fondly now, I think. Always. Danny says it is only pre-season, though. Of course. And let's not forget, Danny, that these players that I'm saying, potentially, this could be the right reason why they sit on the bench. Don't forget that these players aren't coming in and playing with the likes of Bruno, the likes of Cunha, the likes of Sesko, the likes of Martinez, Lamans, who else? I don't know who else we're missing there of obviously great players play for United, but it's difficult to come in and play with players that you've never played with before, and maybe we haven't got the absolute class that we've got usually in them positions to be alongside them. So I just think this is the opportunity where you really show how much you want to be in that squad. And maybe I'm wrong, maybe it's completely wrong for me to say that, and it's because it's pre-season, we should let them have a little bit of a let-off. But I want to see Xerxes absolutely pulling that ball out of everywhere and creating opportunities. I want to see a little bit more. I want to see a little bit more of Jack Fletcher, where he is just involved in everything. He's covering so much ground. He's Mbeumo, I think. I want to see Mbeumo prove people wrong as well, because it's not been easy for Mbeumo either. I want to see that the players that aren't here thinking, shit, I need to get back. Because Maguire's having a worldie of a game, even though Martinez is in a World Cup final tomorrow. Maguire's having a worldie. I could lose my position to him here. Yes, Dorgu is playing, Declan. I like Mateta as well, Alistair. I like Mateta. I prefer Mateta to Wissa. I would prefer if we got Mateta to Wissa. We won't get Wissa now, obviously, anyway, because he's gone to Newcastle, but I would prefer Mateta. I think you could be in the United women's team. Raj, I don't think they let people in with a belly. I don't think they let people in with a big belly. Imagine me running around there. I couldn't keep up for a minute. Me. Alice says, serious question, how long do you think Carrick will last at United long term? Will he last the season? Yes, he will last the season. He will be here for 27 years. Holly says 57 subs to 5.5k. Come on, guys. Go on. if you're here and you're new and you're enjoying it, and you have to subscribe. You have to. We've got some very good content coming out soon. We've got some lovely watch-alongs. We're live tonight for England-France. We're live tomorrow for the World Cup final as well. So you may as well. We're live for most of the pre-season games. There's only one I can't do, and that is Saturday the 1st of August, I think. Can't do that one because I'm away. I'm away! Surely you don't got a belly, Holly. You have stairs in your... Oh, Alistair, stairs. Stairs ain't going to hide that. I'm eating popcorn though, and it's only 88 calories for the amount I'm eating. So this week, guys, because I'm going on holiday on Monday. Not Monday coming, the Monday after. This week, I'm having popcorn, and I'm having fruit, and I'm having dinner. That's it. That's it. How much weight can you lose in a week? How much weight can I lose in a week? Let's give it a go, shall we? Well, it shouldn't be long now till the players start coming out, and I think that is the case. Or, no, we're just getting loads of kids coming on now. Loads of kids are coming on. Cheeto's not coming on though. Obi-Wan Kenobi's not coming on. Is that offensive? Nah. Dan Gore. I thought Dan Gore left permanently. And just water. Yes, Alistair. No full fat Coke this week. I can have full fat Coke when I'm on holiday. No full fat Coke this week. Try and slim that belly down. Let's give it a go, shall we? Let's give it a go. Give it a week. Collier's coming on. I don't know some of these. Who's that just scored that? They're showing clips of... I don't know, but Rashford's in this clip, so whoever that is well old. They're showing clips of kids. But bloody Rashford's in this clip, so Rashford's what, 30 odd? Oh no, he's not 30 odd. But if Rashford's in this clip, he can't be that young. Victoria says, Holly, I've gone from 18 stone to 15 stone in 2 years. Well done, Victoria, well done. Train for a week like how Bruno would. I would pass away. Maybe, Alistair, maybe you're right. Maybe it's because we're playing. I'll leave that poll up there for you, Alistair, because you're enjoying looking at that. Well done, Victoria. That's a great achievement. Well done. Colin says snacking is a big no if you want to lose a bit of weight. I know, Colin. That's the worst thing for it as well. I've got a snack. Can you have little snacks, but they be like fruit and stuff that's not terrible? Right, so this guy that's come on for Wrexham was the one that was scoring in them videos with Rashford. Thank you, Gary. You too, Gary. All love, Gary. It's good to have you here, Gary. Right, we're almost ready for the second half here. Hopefully United can bring it back. We see a little bit more from the youngsters as well. It will be difficult, though, for the youngsters to have to get back. The technically the strongest team that Carrick could have started today, he did start. And now the youngsters are being sent in to try and revive. What is wrong with me? Revive this 1-0 deficit that we are currently down on. We had no shots on target there. No shots on target that game. That half. That's poor. Fruit is fine. Perfect, Alistair. Perfect. Right, come on, youngsters. It'd be good to see how these fare up today. The Wrexham kit looks like a rugby top. Don't you guys think? Or is it just me? I feel like it looks like a rugby jersey. $11 changes for United now. Vitek in goal. Josh, you got your wish. I wouldn't be happy with that if I was Carrick from that first half. I wouldn't be bloody raging, of course, but I wouldn't be happy with it. What is your favourite fruit and vegetable, Holly? Favourite fruit is probably grapes. Or strawberries. I love strawberries. And favourite vegetable, I would say... I really like corn on the cobs. Is potato a vegetable? I think potatoes are vegetables, aren't they? But right, second half, ready to get us underway. What a cop-out from me saying that potato is my favourite vegetable. Come on, ref. Get us back underway, ref. There we go. Kicked off for the second half. United gets underway. Complete youth setup here. Complete youth setup. Do you think the coaches agree beforehand that they're going to play their strongest lineup in the first half and then their weakest lineup in the second half? I think it's sad to say that. I think it's sad to say that this is probably our weaker lineup because that first half was not good from those players. Potato is a vegetable. Yeah, I'd say potato then. They're quite an unhealthy vegetable, aren't they? What a cop-out of a vegetable for me to pick. Good, thank you, Owen. I hope you're well. Possession here for United. Amas gets it on the left back position. Don't be afraid, Amas. Drive forward. Gore. Delaney. Ultimate Six says, "Hi Holly, you're doing great. Who's your favourite Darren in the whole world?" Probably Darren Fletcher, I'd say. Darren Gibson, maybe. Have you seen possible rumours if Tuchel leaves, Pep could be his replacement? I think that Pep or Pepe. Pep. I think that's nuts from Pep. If he goes straight from club football into international football without having a break, I think that's crazy. I think you need a break. You've been in the most demanding league now for 13 years. Or 11 years. I can't remember how long it was exactly. But you need a break. Especially him. He's mental. So, only one half of Santos. How would you rate his performance out of 10? Probably... I'd go a 6, Alistair. I'd go a 6. Sorry, Darren. Always my favourite, Darren. Always. Have to wash them first. Dirty vegetables, says Declan. Can't wait for the Leeds game in Dublin and AC Milan, says Jay. Could see Klopp's Germany versus Pep's England. That would be good, wouldn't it? That would be good, Alistair. Yeah, I just think Pep's crazy if he takes another job straight away. Surely he needs like a mental reset. But then again, he is mental, isn't he? So it wouldn't surprise me if he wants to get involved in something. Would he take England though? I'd be buzzing if he did, but would he? He could be the person to get them over the line. Josh says Pep won't go into international football straight away. I mean, look at Klopp. Took a couple of years out and then took the German job. Is that confirmed now? Is Klopp going to be the Germany manager? Is that confirmed? I didn't know it was confirmed. Well in, Declan's going to the game in Dublin. Well in. Alistair says, I think Pep's love of football is like an addiction and he just can't stay away. Possession back with Wrexham here. Near enough confirmed. It's a great appointment from Germany. And that was always Pep's dream. It was always Klopp's dream job, wasn't it? He'd never come back to the Premier League either. He really wouldn't. There's no way he'd come back to the Premier League. So it makes sense, doesn't it? It makes sense for Klopp to go there. Emotionally, that was the job he always wanted. That was always the job that he would leave Liverpool for. So I'm not surprised he's got it now. And it's perfect timing. No wonder they sacked Koeman so quickly. They had Klopp up the pipeline, sorry. They sacked him like an hour after the game, didn't they? Owen says, I had faith in Tuchel, but now I've lost all interest. He completely sabotaged us the other game against Argentina. Plus, he agreed to join us in 2024, but stayed with City. Raj says Mount is always fit pre-season and then gets injured once the season starts. Very strange. Yeah, it is a bit strange for Mount, but we're so used to it now. I don't understand it. I really don't understand. We don't even overplay him, do we? We don't even play him too often. I mean, when we call upon him, it's the game we call upon him that he's injured after. So it's not even that we play him in a run of 6-7 games and he can't keep up with the physicality. We literally just cannot get any kind of runner game out of him. He'll play well one week and then the next week he's picked up a niggle. Or he'll play well one week and that game he's picked up a niggle. It's very frustrating. And I'm surprised he's got away with it for as long as he has. Captain Falcon says, hi, welcome in Captain Falcon, hope you're well. Alice says, ironically, Tuchel did exactly what Koeman did. Netherlands parked the bus heavily against Morocco. Yeah. Also, send a missing persons report for De Ligt. Yeah, we haven't seen De Ligt in a long time, have we? I found it funny, right? There was a press conference before the season ended, and Carrick said that potentially De Ligt could need surgery. It was before, because I know De Ligt has had the surgery now, but somebody was asking, when is De Ligt going to be back? And they answered, Carrick's answer was he might need surgery, and I think, how long's he been out for? De Ligt was already out for about 6 months at this point. I thought, so he's been out for 6 months and you've only just discovered that he needs surgery. And of course it's not Carrick that's diagnosing him, but our medical staff have had a player out for 6 months and have only just discovered that he needs surgery. What on earth is going on there? What on earth is going on there? I like De Ligt, don't get me wrong. I do like De Ligt. But I'm not interested in having someone like De Ligt in our squad that when we need to rely on them, we can't. I'm more interested in having a player like Harry Maguire where when you need him, he will turn up and he will deliver. No matter what with Harry Maguire, he's very rarely injured. When he turns up, he will deliver. And you can rely on him to sit on the bench and prove to us why he deserves to then get started week in and week out. Doctors are having a shocker. No wonder Mount and Martinez are always injured and re-injured. And Martinez, don't get me wrong, I love him for Argentina, but he can't stay fit for us. So what's going on there then? What's going on there? He's brilliant for Argentina, and not a chance in the world he gets injured. But when he puts a United shirt on, he then is made out of plastic. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. I don't get it. It might come across like I'm being a bit personal here, but at the end of the day, I'm a Manchester United fan. If you can't be consistently fit for United, it's a shame for you, sad for you, but I need somebody that can consistently be called upon by United and deliver. And Maguire might not be the most talented centre-back in the world, and he might not be getting Argentina to a World Cup final, but we know when Maguire pulls a United shirt on, when Maguire can't even pull a United shirt on, which is often most cases, he will. VX says, why can't we have nice things? Why can't we just effing do it? And he's retiring from football. Reminds me of Shaw staying fit for when there's a Euros or World Cup approaching. Medical staff need sacking. Well, they need serious looking into, I think, Josh, because I cannot get my head around how a player can be gone for 6 months and then they turn around and say, oh, actually, he might need surgery. He might need surgery. Where's that been for 6 months? Sorry. Look, it's just frustration. It's just frustration building up on me here. I'm just frustrated with it because our centre-back positions are a pain in the arse. They're a pain in the arse. Wheatley struggling to get anything up top there for United. Well defended by Wrexham. Well defended there by United. Back with Wrexham though. At least we got a hungry upcoming Heaven stepping up. Exactly, Alistair. And I don't actually think... I wasn't very happy. Don't get me wrong, I think Martinez did well when he came back for us, but I wasn't very happy that Heaven got dropped for Martinez. I wasn't very happy about it at all. I think that was a bit unfair. No, he's still there, Raj. He's still there. I thought Heaven was brilliant for United when Martinez was injured, and I thought it's a little bit unfair. Martinez miraculously recovers slightly before the World Cup, then he's dropped. Heaven's dropped. Is there anything more tragic in football than supporting United and England? Hey VX, come on, United aren't that bad. United aren't that bad anymore. They could do me wrong. They could do me disjustice this season, but I'm going to believe. I'm going to believe. We've got Tielemans. I genuinely believe Tielemans will be good for us. I genuinely think that. I think Tielemans will, don't get me wrong, will miss Casemiro, but I think Tielemans will fill that gap that we've needed filled for so long. And he's got the legs to do it as well. I'm very excited to see Tielemans in a United shirt. Alistair says we could be Newcastle right now. Could be worse. Could be worse. We're sitting 1-0 down to Wrexham in pre-season. Oh well, if you don't laugh, you'll cry, eh? You better hope Grimsby don't get drawn against us this season, because we're going to get them. We're going to get them. We're going to kill them. Who's this for Wrexham? He's got a belly on him. Who is that for Wrexham with the long hair, slick back hair? He's got a bigger belly than me. Have they got a coaching staff on there playing or something? He's walking round. Do you think United can win the title next season? I would love United to win the title next season. I would love United to win the title any season, but is that potentially a little bit soon? Maybe. I will always go into the season disappointed when Man United drop points, because ultimately the game is to win the title. So, of course, that's my aim going into the season. I think it's a bit weird if you don't think that. I think it's a bit bloody... That's the aim of the game, isn't it? To win the title, get as many points as you can and win a trophy. But that may be difficult. That may be difficult. So we'll see what happens. But ultimately, I want United to finish as high as possible, and the highest pinnacle of that is winning the league. So of course, I want United to win the league. I don't think it's impossible that we could win the league. Chances are we might not, but yeah. Alistair says, besides, even if Tielemans isn't a success, we would have paid only half the price of Fernandes, who could have been an £80 million flop for twice that money. And we've seen it before, haven't we, guys? We've seen it before. We have seen it before. I think if you asked me and you took money out of the situation as it is, I think, and if you asked me, I would still pick Tielemans over Mateus Fernandes, even before seeing what money they both cost. So that's just my personal opinion. I've always liked Tielemans. I've always thought he was great against us, and I think that he will be a good addition to our squad. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Like Declan says, see what happens when the league starts. But I want United to win every single game. So if they can do that, which I don't think it's near enough impossible for any team to do that, but I would love for United to do as well as possible towards winning the league, so we'll see. Sancho and Pogba, prime example. Anthony, prime example. Højlund, prime example. Raj says, who's your favourite actress, Holly? I like Melissa McCarthy. Raj. She's probably my favourite actress. Movie actress, anyway. "60 minutes gone here. United still haven't had a shot. But I don't think Wrexham have either, so we're shotless. This is a dull game." LUMA says, hi, how come this is the first time I've come across your channel? I'm not sure, LU, but I am very happy that you have. So, very welcome in. Where did you get your jersey from? I bought it from Adidas, the X. Well, Holly bought it for me. A few Liverpool fans are saying it's their season. Nah, I don't see that. I think Liverpool struggled to finish top four. I think Iriola's a great coach, but he has a lot of work to do. Have we heard any more about the Salah situation? Do we think that Salah is staying now because Slot's gone? Or I still think Salah leaving is the right decision for Liverpool. But is Salah staying? Is Salah leaving? If he is, where's he going? Has anyone heard anything about that? It's all very quiet on that front, isn't it? Alistair says, God, Sancho, we were chasing him forever and didn't get in the season we really wanted him in. A bid of 100 million, only get him for a cheaper price following season, and he still sucked. Yeah, he's a weird one. He had no, he just let his career go down the toilet, didn't he? Just let his career go down the toilet. He's not got a squad, a team yet, has he? Sancho. No worries at all, LU, no worries. Good to have you in here, or Lou, or LU, or whatever you prefer. It's good to have you in here. I'm delighted you're subscribing. I'm delighted. Thank you very much for that. Salah to Besiktas, says John. I've seen ants with more ambition than Sancho, says Alistair. VX says, wait, 60 minutes and we haven't even had a shot? Is that in general on target? No, so this half we haven't had a shot, VX. We had 1 shot, 3 shots in the first half, but none of them on target, so... yeah. A lot to desire there for Manchester United, but we'll give them the benefit of the doubt, being pre-season. And obviously the big dogs aren't there yet, having just took part in a World Cup. Do you think then, as United fans, we should be rooting for Argentina tomorrow? Because obviously Lisandro Martinez is part of the Argentinian squad. Or are you all bitter and you would prefer Spain to win? That's the question. Thank you very much, Lou. Thank you very much. Yes, I hope we have an amazing season as well. Thank you very much for subscribing. I very much appreciate that. And guys, if you are watching and you're enjoying the stream and you haven't yet subscribed, please do consider doing so. We will be following the game tonight against England and France. We'll be doing the World Cup final tomorrow and 90% of the Manchester United pre-season games as well. Head hits the desk, says VX. I know, VX. Wrexham could bloody do this. Wrexham could do this, you know. Spain, of course, says Owen. Spain all the way, says Josh. And Argentina were disrespectful, weren't they? After the full-time whistle, weren't they? They held up a disrespectful flag. I don't get involved in all that politics stuff. But it's not nice, is it, when players do that? They abuse their power. Declan wants Argentina to win. VX says, I'm definitely supporting Spain. Oh, good save there by Vitek. Stopped it being 2-0. Shot on target from Wrexham. Collier does very well to win the ball back there and is pulled down for the foul. Welcome in, Mike. Enzo Fernandez, I could have slapped him the other day. Honestly, hate him so much. Josh, that's funny. Josh could have slapped him. Cranius says, I'm going to root for Argentina because there isn't a single Arsenal player in that squad. Fair. Fair, Cranius. Oh no, homie, you'll need a goal. We do, Jaina, we do. Fletcher for United is the only player that survived the second half, by the way. Survived the first half to the second half. So, probably 90 minutes in this for Fletcher. Holly, will you watch SummerSlam? No, probably not, Raj. Probably not. I just can't get to grips with wrestling anymore. The good days for me are just gone. The good days are gone for me. I just can't get into it. I was thinking about trying again when Netflix bought them, but I don't know, I'm struggling. I am, Scott. I will be here for the France-England watch-along. Very much looking forward to that. Well, am I? Maybe not. I'm looking forward to doing another watch-along with you guys, so that's what I'm looking forward to. I don't really care about the result. Hopefully, France don't score any goals. Well, Mbappe doesn't score any goals, because if Mbappe doesn't score any goals, then Holly will win, I think it was £150, because she bet on Messi to be the top goal scorer. So we're hoping for no France goals tonight, guys. Don't forget that tonight. I want all of you tonight to be supporting in Mbappe not scoring goals. Alistair says, WWE sold their soul. It's just advertisements everywhere. Awful period right now. I really don't like, guys. It'd be interesting to get your perspective on this if you do follow WWE. I don't like that they stopped the live shows. Now they just go and they just put on some performative bloody behind the scenes show everywhere now. It's just really weird. I didn't realise it until I brought my little brother to watch them a couple of years ago now in London, and it was just a performance. It was weird. Of course they perform every game anyway, but I just found it so weird that it wasn't televised. It was like, oh, we're gonna fight for the title. We're gonna fight Drew McIntyre is gonna fight, what's his name? Roman Reigns for the title. Well, I already know what the result's going to be then, don't I? Because Roman Reigns still has the title on live television. So you're not gonna give bloody Drew McIntyre the title, even though you're not televised till Friday night and you're going to America to be televised. I just think it's so weird now. It's all such money hungry stuff. I didn't get that at all, and I was thinking, nah, you're not going to do something that won't add up on live television. This is just you trying. And it was like £150 a ticket as well. I was like, nah, game's gone. Game's gone. Wrestling game's gone. I'm getting all of them, Jay. I'm getting all of them. Yes, Owen, the other Holly will be there tonight. FC says Rodri Hernandez won't want to renew his contract with City. Would he be a good fit for United? I can't like the idea of any City player coming to United. I don't care who they are. I'll always say, nah, piss off. Piss off. I don't want them here. City bastards. Don't want them here. VX says, I won't be joining the stream as I've got other plans. I'm watching the game, but I'll keep you lot in my heart and mind. No worries, VX. No worries at all. I hope you enjoy however you're spending your evening, and you will be missed in the chat, I'm very, very sure. Only popcorn. Look, Alistair, I've only got my little dregs of popcorn left. This was all in my weighted allowance. Yeah, Josh, I just thought it was disappointing. I went to a live show in 2009 in London, and it was live and is still obviously on the WWE archive to this day, and that was just incredible. It was incredible. The atmosphere is just so different. That fully sold out the O2 as well, whereas this one, there was loads of seats everywhere, and I'm not surprised because it's all just, I don't know, it was just rubbish. Rubbish. Right, I'm just trying to find the lineups then for this second half, because some of these players I haven't even really heard of before, which is good, I guess. Holly, would you welcome back Rashford? I just think it's time for Rashford to go. I just think it's time for Rashford to go, Jay. I really do. I would, look, as much as I would love for this, 2 seasons to have not happened and Rashford fit into this squad, because I think he would do well under Carrick now, you just can't change what's happened, can you? You can move forward from it. Of course you can move forward from it, but it hurts me even more that Rashford was not only performing poorly at United, I thought, but then went to Villa and Barcelona and showed more fight and heart than he has in a long time for United. Welcome in, Alan. So we'll see what happens, I guess. And look, if he does come back, then I'll support him, because I support anyone that wears a United shirt. So Raj says nobody wants him because of his incredible wages. Is that Rashford you're talking about, Raj? 164 viewers is incredible, man. It is, Mike. We've had really good viewers. Consider it's a pre-season game as well, Mike. So it's not even like the actual league yet. Mike doesn't know football, you lot, so we've just got to explain that. It is really, really good. Really good. Really happy to have these numbers, guys. So thank you all very much for your support this stream. Colin says he doesn't want United. His head is not with us. And that's what I don't want either, Colin, is just... is he with us because there is no better option? If Bayern, PSG, Barca, Madrid were all calling for him, and he goes, no, actually, I want to build what broke down at United, then I'd say fair. But he doesn't want to do that. I think that's United are his last choice, and that's what makes me sad. So yeah, I don't know. I just don't think that. Thank you, Mike. No worries. Thoughts on Santos? 6 out of 10 first half, niche, but it's a pre-season friendly, isn't it? He's not like it's his first time in a United shirt. I'm not expecting him to bloody be pulling up trees. Maybe I would like to see a little bit more from everybody in the first half, but yeah, it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. I don't think this should. The performance I've seen from him so far, I should really have an opinion on that. He did well. He did okay. He did okay. That is it. Yeah, it's not. It's yeah. I'm not going to comment. I'm not going to comment. I think he did all right. No new players, Marwan, on the pitch currently. No new players on the pitch. Just all Jack Fletcher is the only player that survived from first half to second half, so is wearing the captaincy armband as it stands. Vitek obviously changed position for Heaton in goal, and then we've got youngsters on apart from that. So Jay says, I think Bayern are looking at him. Rashford. Can't wait to see production for the night stream, says Alistair. Production is excited for the night stream. Anyone watching WWE Saturday night's main event on Netflix? It's SummerSlam tonight. Is it, Gary? My favourite used to always be Elimination Chamber, but I don't know if they've changed that now. I don't know if they still do that. He could do well at Bayern. You're right, Josh. He could do well at Bayern. And Jack Fletcher was arguably the worst, says Alistair. 183 viewers, by the way. Thank you all. This is the most viewers we've ever had watching Manchester United. So thank you for joining us. And I really do sincerely hope that you guys are enjoying the stream. So thank you very, very much. Alistair says, are you excited for third place? I'm excited for France to bloody get third place. I don't think we're going to be winning third place. I think it's going to be even more of a punch to the gut, because I don't think we will beat France tonight. But I also do think, though, guys, that Mainu might get played tonight, which is an absolute... Just punch me in the gut, Tuchel. Just punch me in the gut, because Mainu getting played tonight is the final nail in the coffin we needed of the disrespect to Mainu. The disrespect. He deserved minutes. He did. He did deserve minutes. I mean, the Ghana game was perfect for Mainu to come on to. I always love Money in the Bank. Yeah, me too, to be fair, Josh. Me too. CM Punk was always the favourite there, wasn't he? Alistair says, Elimination Chamber is softer nowadays. You know how they had the steel cage as the floor on the outside ring? They replaced that in recent years with a mat. What's the point? Wrexham pulling in the views. Oi, John. United pulling in the views. Thank you very much. Holly says, everyone join at 9:50 p.m. for England. Yes, please do join us at 10 to 10 tonight for the England-France Watchalong. I'm excited for it now. I am excited for it now. I was just thinking earlier, I've been a bit better since Wednesday. I've been thinking, oh, piss off, I don't want to watch it. I'm not interested, not going to bother. But then I thought to myself, one, I want to chat with you guys and see what you guys have thought of the Argentina-England game. Two, I am probably going to watch it anyway, so why not stream it? Oh, shot on target there from Wheatley, but not enough to put the keeper under pressure. It was good to... At least we got a shot on target, guys. Shot on target! We've done it! And it's the youngsters that got a shot on target. The youngsters got a shot on target, eh? Tuchel's going to be in riot gear on the touchline, says VX. That would be funny. That would be funny. Tuchel hate watch tonight. It's mad, isn't it? It's mad that one game can cost you not only your place in that tournament, but two, you've got a lot of people now calling for your back. You have got a lot of people. What time are you streaming tonight, Colin? 10 to 10, Colin. Have some water. Alistair says, hey, we have a shot on target. Way, let's go home. That was worth waking up for, wasn't it, Alistair? Holly, Tuchel or Southgate? I think, genuinely, I think, do you guys, that's the question, right? That's the question for you guys. Do you think we would have got as far in the tournament, this tournament, if we had Southgate? So bear in mind that Southgate would have picked a different team, would have had different tactics. Do you think, the only question here really is Mexico, isn't it? That's the only question mark you could have, because every other team that we played, we probably should beat. Man for man, we had better players, and England should probably beat those teams. So the only team that you could probably question is Mexico. Would Southgate have got us to the semi-finals? That's the question. Or would Southgate have got us past that? So I think Southgate would have lost that game as well, because I think Southgate would have set up exactly the same as Tuchel. But would Southgate have got us that far, do you think? Do you think Southgate could have beat Mexico in the same fashion that Tuchel did? I mean, if you told me, right, this might sound absolutely crazy, but if you said to me, if I didn't know who was in charge of England, right, and I watched this World Cup, and I didn't know who was in charge of England, I didn't know that Southgate had been sacked, I probably wouldn't notice that we had a different manager. I hope that makes sense to you guys, but I probably wouldn't notice. Apart from the team that he picked, I would have found it a little bit odd that Southgate didn't pick the big players. I find it a little bit odd that Tuchel didn't pick the big players. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't think I would have noticed that there was a different manager, especially watching Argentina, because that was a classic Southgate England performance where we get the first goal and we just sit back and soak up the pressure that in the end is going to completely bite us on the backside, because they've got some of the greatest players. They've got the best player to arguably ever walk this earth, with the freedom to be able to fire balls into the box, take quick free kicks, quick corners, get the ball into players that have had 3 or 4 shots on target already, being Enzo Fernandez. So, yeah, I don't know. Could Southgate have come back against Congo? Is another question, Marwan. Is another question. So, you just don't know, do you? You just don't know. I think both are... They're not far apart from each other, are they? Which is the shame. At least Southgate got to a final. I know, but it was a Euros final, wasn't it? So you wouldn't have had the likes of Argentina in it. And obviously, we didn't play France. We didn't play Spain till the final. Another shot on target, by the way, for United. We didn't play Spain till the final and couldn't get past that hurdle. So. I think, Josh says, I think Southgate would have gone with Palmer, Gibbs, White, Wharton, Maguire, Hall, maybe Shaw, but who would have questioned that? To be fair, Southgate would have still defended, says Cranius, but Maguire and Shaw would have been starters, and so would Mainu. Yeah, so would they have been able to survive it? I think Maguire makes a huge difference in that box. Maybe not enough to completely hold Argentina back from getting 2 goals, but I think Maguire would have made a huge difference. Huge difference. Maguire is one of the most aerial dominating players, I think, in the Premier League. So, yeah. Are you Southgate in disguise? Says VX to Tuchel. Southgate would have picked Jordan Henderson. Do you think, Alistair? Bad corner there from Harry Mass. That's Shea Lacey, sorry, my bad. Nice left foot on him, Shea Lacey. Shame we weren't able to get a goal, but like we said, it's only pre-season. Still 6 minutes left, we could do something. Raj says, is it true, Holly, that Maguire is known as the fridge? I think so. I call him Slabhead, and I think a lot of other people call him Slabhead, but there is probably some people that call him the fridge. Yeah, but Alistair's dead right. Bear in mind that Mainu started a final in the Euros 2 years prior to this World Cup, so if Tuchel thinks he's not ready now, well, how come he was ready 2 years ago to start in a final and help lead England to the final throughout that tournament? I think Mainu was a huge part of England's squad, and I think it really showed that from Southgate. Southgate really showed how much faith he had in a really young Mainu at that age, who had a big season for Ten Hag as well that season. I can't understand or justify Hendo over Maguire. I don't understand why you would have called up the likes of Chalobah. Chalobah didn't play a minute. I don't understand why you would have brought Chalobah. What he could have gained in that as well. Stones is only useful if you're not defending, says David. And David, that's a pretty pivotal part of playing him. It's a pretty pivotal part of it. I just don't think you could bring somebody in like Stones and expect him to be able to hold off the crosses of Messi, the crosses of De Paul, the crosses of McAllister, the aerial presences of McAllister, by the way, who hit the post twice. Messi, like I've said, Messi already. Lautaro Martinez, you got Alvarez. How is John Stones, who played very little in the Premier League this season, supposed to match up to the likes of those Argentinian players? I just don't think it is. I think that defensively is where we're weakest. So why, in a match where we are pretty much in control of the game, I know Argentina would have had their backs against the wall at some point and come at us pretty aggressively, but we needed to get that ball away from our defenders, who are the weakest part of our team. And we thought, no, let's sit back and test the weakest part of our team. We were never going to survive that. Never going to survive that. David says, Holly, you are basically Southgate in. I am certainly not Southgate in, but I think Southgate would have done the exact same thing as Tuchel there. But Southgate may have potentially... He would have brought Maguire. Southgate would have brought Maguire. So, am I wrong to say that Maguire, that outcome may have been different? Probably not, but Maguire would have given us a little bit more hope in the back. And you could see that Gay and Stones were not only getting battered, but their mentality was getting battered as well. It really was. Wheatley, good ball into Amas. Goes out for a throw-in. United throw-in as well. Tito says Thomas Tuchel showed his true colours in those last 30 minutes. He'd been bailed out by Jude and Harry all along. Why am I so far behind? My timer on the stream says 88. My actual TV says 87, so it must have lagged at some point. That's better. That's better. If Tuchel had apologised and taken accountability rather than double down in post-match, I think it would have gone down a bit smoother. Yeah, didn't he say... He said there was nothing wrong with the setup. He said there was nothing wrong with the setup, that they were just the better team. Well, how come they weren't the better team for 60 minutes then? No worries, Marwan, don't worry. Yeah, how come... Yeah, I just don't understand it. I don't understand it. You've even got the players coming out. Harry Kane said it was the wrong type of setup. Gay said he didn't understand why we sat back. You've got the players coming out disagreeing with the choices, so just admit that it wasn't right. Just admit it. He did say, ultimately, it's the coach that's going to be held accountable, but you may as well say at that point, I'm going to be blamed, but I shouldn't be. I don't know, Josh. I don't remember seeing enough of him to... Yeah, maybe that might be the right thing to do, Josh. I'm not sure I've seen enough of him to be really convinced by that, if you get me. So I don't want to say yes or no on that one. Yeah, I just think that's such a stubborn thing to do. I think, yeah, I don't know. It made me laugh. I was like, what? If everybody can see that, everybody in the UK can see that, pundits, football players, everybody in the UK can see that, why did we just surrender? Why did we retreat and surrender instead of just bringing them the same amount of game that we've brought them for however long this game so far? It's mad because going into the game you said, let's isolate Messi. Let's just stop Messi from being the link up between everybody. And then in the last 30 minutes we go, let's let Messi have as much of the ball as possible and create as many chances as possible. And we were lucky to be not 3 or 4-1 down towards the end. We were lucky. But at least it's over now, isn't it? It's over now. Sadly, it's over now. We've got 2 more games to watch. England being 1 tonight and Argentina and Spain tomorrow, which will hopefully be a really good game. Penalty, gotta be. Oh, no. Shea Lacey causing trouble in the box though. And that's it. That's the end of the game. Manchester United 0, Wrexham 1. Disappointing result for Manchester United. Obviously, we don't want to lose any games. Even more of a disappointment. I think to have kept a clean sheet in this half for the youngsters is probably a bit of a good. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Is a good result for them. A clean sheet in the second half is a good result for them. A couple more shots on target, a lot more than we had. Probably our strongest lineup in the first half. Couldn't even get a shot on target. So nice to see that the youngsters have had a few minutes today, and hopefully we can see more of them throughout the pre-season. Alistair says, can't wait to hear production's thoughts. Oh, Alistair. She doesn't have a filter like me, guys. She doesn't have a filter. I try to analyse what I'm going to say and have a unless it's United, because then I completely just lose head and I'm like production. I try to just analyse what I say, try not to come off too heavy-footed, and just try and see it from the outside point of view as well. But production has not got a filter, and she will say if someone's been shit, she'll say so-and-so's been shit. So we'll see what production says later on about that. But if you can, guys, please do join us later at 10 to 10 for the England-France third place playoff game. I'm very much looking forward to seeing you guys then. Thank you all for the unbelievable numbers so far in this stream as well. I hope you've enjoyed this stream as much as I have, and I really do appreciate it, guys. Everyone old, everyone new, everyone coming in and showing their support. It's been incredible. Thank you, VX, for the super chat as well. You are an absolute legend, VX, so thank you for that. Always showing your support towards the channel. It very much is appreciated, and I hope you understand how much I appreciate that. So thank you. Like I said, I will see you all later at 10 to 10. Please do join us. It will be enjoyable. If the stream's not enjoyable, well, hopefully the stream will be enjoyable regardless of the game. So we'll see what happens. But